It's just lead.
It's your boy D.
I'm sorry. We're tuning in a homeroom with Smooth. Class is now in session.
Yo, what's up, y'all? This is another episode of the Homeroom with Smooth podcast. I am Smooth, your host, and I have with me Leslie Tops from the Tops PR firm. How are you doing today, ma'am?
I am wonderful. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Just another day. I'm ignoring the fact that my foot has a hole in it. Just ignoring that and just pushing on through. Just pushing on through.
Yeah, you told me about that, and I just had an issue too. Like the iPad dropped on my foot, and it was like the longest. I've never dealt with anything that long as far as like an injury like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it was about like almost a 3 month. Like I could still feel it. So I understand.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. We ain't healing the same no more. we ain't healing
Yeah.
we ain't healing the same no more.
Hey, that's a whole other topic. I mean, I know what you mean.
I woke up. I'm like, oh, I got a little pain. Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I'm excited to be on your show.
Yeah, I know. Normally you're backstage chilling. Normally you're
That's
backstage
right.
chilling.
That's right. That's right. Because I am a publicist and you have interviewed several of my clients.
Mm-hmm.
And we really appreciate and we support um, media, independent media. Ever since I started PR, I've always been supporting independent media because the agency that I worked for did it. We would make sure
Mm-hmm.
that we just weren't inviting big outlets to the carpet. Any media
Mm-hmm.
in Atlanta that would reach out, that we would know about, that would bring their camera. The biggest thing was, are you going to submit your footage? Are you going to submit your recap? If you do that, you were in. So
Mm.
love it, love it, love it. And I also feel that especially like when people are starting something, you should be open to networking, connecting. Because a lot of
Yeah.
people I work with, I don't know what they think, but they think that they should only be connected to a certain level when they're not even on that level. So I don't understand that, but I'm like, listen, if you got the coins coming, I'm gonna work with whatever you're trying to do, and we'll take it from there. Because in this business,
Mm-hmm.
as you know, with media, it's about the personality. So for me,
Yeah.
I have to know how to navigate and communicate with different personalities.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's really all it is. Like, cause some people you can take a bit more like a hands off, or like even for me, like interviewing, like I could just sit back and the person's just gonna blab, and they make my job just so easy, and I'm just like mm-hmm, and then I just insert something else, and then I'll get them to run down another little trail, and I'm like, this is
Well, that's
lovely.
not gonna be me. It's gonna be a give and take. I'll talk though. But if you don't say nothing, I'm gonna stop talking.
I know. I'm an active participant. I'm here today. I'm here.
Okay.
I'm here. Okay. I'm wide awake. Um, you know what I'm saying? Now I do want to know, okay, ma'am, how did you get started doing PR? Like, how'd you find yourself here?
That's that's a great question. And to make a long story short, so my background, I went to college for communications and radio broadcasting in Memphis, Tennessee, at the
Mm-hmm.
University of Memphis. And then I got into radio. And I did that for several years. And then I moved to Atlanta. And so when I was in Memphis, I did music production, and I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to be in Atlanta to do it on even more professional, major level. That was my goal. And so
Mm.
what happened was I was volunteering with some music industry organizations, and I met someone who was a publicist. And I eventually reached out, and I found out that the office was in Jermaine Dupri's studio. So as a writer
Mm.
and a producer, I thought that was perfect. Whatever job that was, well, let's do it.
Yeah.
And but it happened to be a PR job, and that's how that got started.
Okay.
And it was crazy from there. My first day, I had people, I don't know if people know this director, Ryan Coogler, but he did direct
Right. Yeah.
Black
Like
Panther.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Before he did Black Panther, he did his first film that I know about that was the movie was Fruitvale Station. So he had
Yes.
just put that out and we had press and I think we had one or two movie screenings that day. And I had to be at the radio station at like 6 a.m. It was like really maybe 7, but it was like really early. It was my first day. So
Wow.
it was a roller coaster ride.
Trial by fire, man. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's how I got started in it. And my background with communications and like event management helped too, because
Hmm.
we are, events are a part of that. So that definitely helped as well, me having that background.
Okay. Okay. That's what's up. That's what's up, man. Cause cause I, I always find it interesting how people start different career. Cause I never know. I'm like, how did somebody get a job in that? Like you don't see,
Yeah.
like typically I don't see like a posting or anything anywhere. I just see the position is filled. Like that's it.
Well, you do have to network. Like you have to be.
Hmm.
That's how I got it. And then yeah, with radio, I think you can apply for that. They have those job openings.
Hmm. Interesting.
Yeah, like on
Interesting.
Indeed and stuff. I think. I mean, I got my radio job through college. I did an internship, and so
Hmm.
I wanted to get into radio in Atlanta, but I didn't know anybody. By the time I did start meeting people, shout out to DJ Bistro. I was into publicity, and so I didn't want to do radio anymore. I really
Hmm.
like publicity.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel
Yeah.
that. I feel that. Okay, okay. Um, so you have an event coming up, all right? You have an event coming up.
Ooh,
It's
yes.
called Stitch Me Please, okay? How long has this event been going on? Like how to get started? Like what's the deal with it?
Yes, we are super excited about this. This is actually a brand new platform where we are taking the clothing industry and we're
Mhm.
taking a business element or approach rather to an event. So many people have heard of like different conferences and different levels of conferences. Well, this is a clothing industry conference, a clothing industry business conference. So we are going to be talking to people who are into fashion stylists,
Mhm.
designers, clothing brands, store owners, people who make clothes, anybody that's dealing with anything with clothes, then this is going to be a conference for them. And so on Tuesday, which is the 19th, March 19th, we are going to do a virtual conference. So we're promoting that. We did the first
Mhm.
one back in December. And actually, I didn't realize, but it was December the 19th. So it's been actually 3 months ago. And we had a
Mm.
really great turnout. We had some VIPs in the room. We had some media in the room. We had some great panelists just giving it to us raw, keeping it real. We had fun. It was such a vibe. Like we didn't even want to get off. And
Yeah.
so I just saw the need and people, we had people even, I call it a donation because when you're doing something like this new, see, I have a business, so I know how it goes.
Mhm.
When you're doing something new, you don't make money especially in your first year barely.
Yeah.
So anything that's being profited from this is going back into the business to do more events. And we're
Right.
getting ready to do a mixer, a VIP mixer in Atlanta, and then we're going to do a conference in Atlanta as well, and that's going to be happening next month and in June. So yeah, we got a lot of work to do. So this is just kind of like
Okay.
icebreaker promo just to get to see if people are interested in this, to see if there's a need. And so far we see that it is.
Okay, so since you say it's more so for like, people that's doing clothing and fashion and different things of that nature. Would you recommend like a model come to this event? You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's a great question. When I was naming, I was thinking about that because when you talk about fashion, you think about models because that's how a lot of people they get recognized, the fashion shows and things of that nature. So
mhm,
I think that if a person has a love for clothes or has any type of interest in being in the clothing industry, then yes. But if they don't
mhm,
really are not really into clothes, and really more so the business side of it, like how to do something, then they may, there's going to be a vibe either way. But this is really for people who have a love for clothes and that are in the industry of doing something with clothes, whether that's styling or making clothes or selling clothes. So
Mm.
that's what it's about.
Okay, okay. I just had to ask, you know what I'm saying? Because I know that question gonna pop up in somebody's head, like, "Ooh, should I go to this event? Should I attend?" You know what I'm saying? I need a little bit more work. You know what I'm saying? I'm down to take a few pictures.
Right.
Um, so why do you think the industry like really needs this event? Like, what is this event gonna do for them?
Right. Well, they told me. So what happened
Oh,
was
okay.
they told me what they wanted. What happened was there was a media outlet that reached out to me because they were looking for a clothing store owner. So I reached out to some of my connections. Shout out to D-Way. I just
Mhm,
heard one of my interviews and I remember saying this. And when he sent it out, I got so many messages from people that were in the clothing industry, and they were telling me that it came from him. So that's how I knew it was from him. So that's
okay.
why I wanted to shout him out. But I said, this is interesting. I wonder, I'm always thinking about something that's new. That's why I call myself an
Mhm,
innovative entrepreneur, because I like to do the things that are different and then
mhm,
kind of make it my own. And so I reached out to them and asked them, would they be interested in something like this? And most of them said yes. We did the event in December and they showed up, and
mhm,
they're really needing advice. They're really needing mentorship. They're really needing a way to get into the industry that makes sense. Sometimes when you have someone that's there to kind of steer
mhm.
you in the right direction so you won't make the same mistakes they did, or they're able
Yeah.
to give you some advice to take you to the next level. That's what this is about. So whatever level that you're in, that you want to be in, or whatever aspect of the clothing industry that you are looking or have a need for, then that's what this is about. And that's what they're saying.
Okay, okay. And I could see how people would no, you didn't gotta apologize. That's funny.
I have a cat, y'all. Sorry.
Ah, ah.
She thinks she just runs my life.
Your cat came through like I agree real quick. No, but what would you say are some of the resources that you can get people tapped into, you know what I'm saying, from this event? What can people gain?
Yeah, so with this, it is about knowledge, it is about networking, it is about
Mhm,
relationship building. And that's very
mhm,
important, and people need to understand that. Another thing that I think is very important, and we brought this element in, is funding, because
mhm,
sometimes, so this is what I have found in business.
mhm,
If you have consistent clientele, that's great, you can do it. But to get to that next level, funding is very important. And a lot of times, what I've seen is kind of set up where you can get these loans, then you have to pay back, and then you're still paying and you on interest and all of this. So what we wanted to do was eliminate all of that, understand who is in business, that's serious, that has their things together, and they're ready
mhm.
to go to the next level, and they just need a little bit of funding to boost. So
Right.
another aspect that we're providing is grant opportunities for small businesses. And
Okay.
so when you come to these events, then you will get information about how to apply for our private grants. So I think that that is one of the things that is really going to intrigue people, because they
Mhm.
know that they're at a certain level and they know if they had the funding, that would help them to get to the next spot.
Okay. 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 So, wow. So I'm trying to think, like, when you invite these people to this event, right?
Mhm.
You have the clothing owners and all that. Are you inviting distributors too, so then they can get more different types of stuff in
Oh,
their stores?
absolutely. Yeah, we would love to. And that's a connection that I really want to make. I know I've seen a lot of the other, I haven't seen a lot of distributors. I did somebody reached out to me on Instagram. That's one, but I don't think they were in the United States. So I don't know if there was a communication issue, but definitely want to reach out to distributors. Again, that's still clothing, and that's people who are able to, distribute around to make it actually for our brands and our clothing store owners to make more sales. So that is the
Mhm.
plug. So we definitely want to connect with distributors.
Right. Okay. 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 And then for those that don't know, all right, when you're watching this tomorrow, okay, or whenever you watch this later,
Yeah.
on March 19th, okay, on a Tuesday, there will be a virtual conference. Can you tell people what time that's going to be? You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Yes, that conference is going to be at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And so we do have a VIP room that's going to start a little bit early so that we'll have our VIPs in the room, be able to mingle with our, our VIP guests and that sort of thing. And then we'll open up the room at 8 o'clock. We have an awesome host, Jeremiah Style Mister, and he is a fashion stylist for Express. Everybody heard of Express. Express is all in all the
Oh,
malls.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah,
know about a
so
couple things.
he has been working with us since we started. I thought about him when I had the idea, reached out, he loved it, and he has been a huge support. We are on calls like every week. Like this is no joke. Every week. He helped us to get an awesome graphic designer, and the flyer that you see, he brought that person to us to create that, and it's just been just amazing. And so we got a couple of panelists that we have locked in. I actually have
Mhm.
three. I'm just waiting on my third panelist picture, and that's how it is sometimes. But
Yeah,
we
yeah,
have
it'd be like
Paula.
that. It'd be like that.
Yeah. She is the founder and director of Atlanta International Fashion Week, which has been going on
Mm,
for 10 years now.
yeah.
And she's like me. She's not one to put her face out there, but she's doing it more now. And so we're excited to have her on to talk to us
Mhm.
about, what she's been going through and what she's working on and what things that are coming up. And then we're going to have a couple of people who own clothing brands, and they have hip hop artists who have worn their brands like Glorilla, and I believe the other person was I want to say Cardi B, but I might be wrong. But I do know we do have a designer who's worked with Beyonce, Cardi B, and all these other people, and we're going to be inviting some of these people to our conference as well in Atlanta. So
Okay.
that's coming up too. And before I get off of the line with you, I'm going to pull up those dates so people will know what we have. But we are going to be announcing everything and then talking a little bit more in detail about the other things that are coming up to get people prepared.
Okay. 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 That's what's up, man. It sounds like something I need to go to.
Yes, no, you already in there, and we need you to be a media partner. Definitely our VIP guest. I got you. So we got our next virtual event is Tuesday, March 19th, and then we're going to have a VIP mixer event in Atlanta. And it's gonna be off the chain, y'all. I'm not gonna want to miss this. This is gonna be on Thursday, April 11th. That's gonna be in person, a
Thursday.
free event for people to come out to mingle. This is
Thursday.
gonna be awesome. And then we're gonna plan our conference on Friday, June the 7th.
What
That's our
time on
we're gonna
Thursday?
put on the VIP mixer.
Yeah. What time on
We are
Thursday?
scheduled to be there at 7 o'clock. Our start
PM or AM?
PM.
Okay. Hey, look, you gotta ask. You gotta ask. You never know.
Oh, we
You
ain't
know,
there. Yeah, you do, but
man, business showed up and you're like, hey, the conference been over. Like, what you talking
oh
about, bro?
no, we're gonna make sure we get the word out as much as I can do.
Okay.
That's what we're doing. Yeah. So we're super excited about this, and Tuesday gonna be off the chain. It's gonna be so much fun. It's really about fun, and we want everybody to. I know you may say this at the end, but I want to plug this in here. Stitch me, please. Stitch.me.pls on Instagram. That's where you're going to get a bulk of information. Stay tuned to our stories, follow,
Mhm.
comment, share, and that's going to really help you stand out. And so we can go ahead and get this thing going.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. Make sure y'all tap in, make sure y'all plug in. I will add the links in the description of this video. So when you go down into the description, You're gonna be able to find them, and then you're gonna see a whole bunch of other links. Don't go. You can look at the other links; they cool. You know what I'm saying? They for other stuff, but the links up at the top is gonna be for her. Yeah, yeah, her. I went the right way. um, but yeah, I guess yeah, yeah. The pointing gets me every time. Like the way the camera, like sometimes
Yeah.
I feel like I don't be pointing the right way, but I do want to ask you, like, you know what I'm saying? And I guess it's kind of in reverse, going backwards a little bit. And you can tell me if I already asked you this, but how did you actually start your own firm though? Like, how
Yeah,
did you actually build that part out? Because you said you worked for another firm, but how'd you
I
actually,
did. Yeah.
yeah, how'd you
Yeah,
start your
so it started with another firm, and then I ended up getting a business partner, and we put on a few concerts.
Mhm.
And but it was PR related because we can do concerts, but we're not promoters. Like we had to hire a promoter. We just put on the show. It's actually the one we did in Atlanta. It was a TI show at Morehouse. It's on YouTube. Like the whole show is on YouTube.
Oh,
Anyway, and yeah, and shout out to Debo's Wings, and they were the
yeah.
sponsors behind that in Memphis. But so what happened was, I worked for an agency, then I had a business partner, and then in 2017 I started the Tops PR firm. So I remember one of my first clients was an author, and then I had a influencer, and then we started working with some of Tyler Perry's actors, particularly on a show called If Loving You Is Wrong. And we
Mhm.
started doing a lot of different press and stuff, and we were doing press runs with Oprah Winfrey Network on in New York. So it was so exciting. And then that's kind of we just started to build, and we started to get a lot of referrals and things of that nature, and it just kind
Mhm.
of grew from there.
That's see, that's dope. That's that black girl magic stuff. You know what I'm saying? I I just need a little sprinkle of magic. No, I'm playing.
Got it.
I'm playing. I'm playing. I'm all right. I'm all right. Life is good. Life is good. Life is good. But yeah, you doing your thing over there. You doing your thing.
Yeah, we sure was. We've been doing it a long time too, so it's
Hmm.
definitely not overnight.
Yeah, yeah, and that's the thing. Like people need to hear those stories to know that people had to build it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
So people can get rid of that delusion of like, yo, I'm finna just walk into this building and things is just gonna go right. Like people always omit a lot of the story. Like the how they got to that building was there was other work and then it snapped on. Like it wasn't just overnight, you know?
right. Absolutely. No, yeah. It's a journey, and you
Yeah.
have to this is what I tell people all the time, no matter really what it is. The way you succeed is if you don't quit. If you look at even people like, for instance, Oprah Winfrey, I remember, I don't even know when it was, but I don't know if I read it or saw a video, but I remember she talked about having moments of wanting to quit. So many people, I think Tyler Perry have seen that, and just various people that we would deem successful that we may see on TV, for instance.
Mhm.
They didn't get there because it was easy or it was given to them. So
Mhm.
I'm not nowhere on that level, but I've been around people in the industry, and so I've been like on the inside of all of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Definitely met Tyler Perry. He was so nice. And so let me tell you something about me. And I don't care what
Yeah.
they say, honey, they'll know if they don't know. But when you're in spaces, you have to, first of all, be wise, know what you're doing, but also
Mhm.
take the initiative. And you have to sometimes, and I really feel like this is across the board. I'm gonna speak for myself though. You have to sometimes make things happen. So I'll tell you a
Mhm.
story. And this type of stuff I do not talk about, but I'm talking now.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
we went to this play. First of all, they didn't even want us to get in the play. They was like, well, you got to be invited by Taylor Perry to get in the play. I said, well, listen, I need to get in the play. And so I got in the play. And then I noticed that the actors was going backstage. I said, we got to go back there too. Now I already knew the name of the people that was getting them back there. You see what I'm saying? That if I didn't know that, I couldn't have got back there because the guy did say, "You good?" He asked me something. I said, "Yeah, we here with so and so and so. Is she where she at?" I asked where she was. Okay,
Yeah.
y'all gonna make that. Because you
Yeah.
gotta know the girls that work under me, you when
Mhm.
you walk in there to get those tickets, I'm not there, right? So you got to
Yeah.
get these tickets for this talent walk on this carpet, and you don't know what you're doing, but you have to. It's your disposition. You have to come in like you know. But I think that takes experience. You know what I'm saying? But if you
Yeah.
acting scared, like I think and da da da, they're gonna be like,
Yeah.
it ain't nothing against you. It's just that you don't hold that authoritative presence. So it's
Yeah.
like nobody's paying attention. You know what I mean? You got to
Yeah.
be in the room when you people are paying attention if you're trying to get to a certain level. I done went off on a tangent. I forgot what I was talking about. Oh, the Tyler Perry. So anyway,
Yeah.
yes, we went back there. But that actually, I got it confused. That's the second time. The first time was when we
Look
were
at
at
that.
another event. I thought that's what I was trying to tell you about the first time. The first time we was at another, it's the same thing kind of happened though. We was at another event. We was there escorting talent. And so when he was done, he was doing a Q&A. When he
Mhm.
was done, he stood on the stage. He bent down, took some pictures with a few people. But I was with my friend. I was like, we have to get backstage. Actually, what I was trying to do was get a picture with the talent in him. That's really what I was trying to do. But it was kind of a congested space, and I couldn't get to everybody. But I knew that he was going to be out of there. Once he was backstage, that was it.
Mhm.
So me and my friend go back there. Ain't nobody back there but that one bodyguard walking with him. And so I introduced myself and I got my picture. You know what he said? He looked at my friend
Right.
and said, "You come get one too." I don't see that a lot. I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not in that type of, because that's so
Yeah.
intimate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
what happened, and I got that picture. But yeah. But anyway, but I've been meeting people since I've been working in radio. People like that are famous that have in
Mhm.
music and stuff, especially in music. And then the film and TV came when I got to Atlanta and started doing publicity.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's what you said about that confidence is a huge thing. Like if you look the part, ain't nobody really gonna ask you no questions because most of the time people are afraid of losing their job. So because they don't know who you are and who you know, because they're like, wait, does he eh, okay, let me leave him alone because he seemed like he know where he going. You know what I'm saying? Like if you look dead ahead and you know where you're going, or you kind of do like some like you finna like catch up to somebody, like yeah,
Yeah.
I'm coming. Like you know what I'm saying? Like the
Yeah.
person that's over there, they gonna look and they gonna be like, what is they with? Is they really with? And they not gonna ask after that because hey, I'm trying to catch up with so and so. Like as long
Yeah.
as you say the right person, like that just went by, like you probably finna go with them. You
And,
know what
and
I'm
it
saying?
does it does take experience and a certain personality. I remember when
Yeah,
I worked in radio and I was probably like what I don't know, I was like 20 or something like that. And I remember we went to this event and I don't know how, but it wasn't a lot, but it was a few people that was getting on stage and 3 6 Mafia was performing. So it was just maybe one or two. I said, well, I'm gonna get up there too. But it was
mhm,
like just doing it. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't like, oh my goodness, somebody gonna see me or not, because they ain't supposed to be up there. But
yeah,
it's just like the thrill of it. And that's kind of but it's the personality that goes along with that too.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's an acquired skill, y'all. Don't say Smooth told me to go walk. No, Smooth did not tell you to. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I just told you I was able to do it because I had the right. You got to have the right look and the right demeanor at the right time. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? You can't just be going up there looking any type of way. You got to look the part and then act the part, and then you just gonna slide. Like it's
Right.
just that's it. That's it.
Right.
Don't reference this episode. We ain't tell y'all nothing. Okay, so I guess my last thing for you. Okay, you already told people where they can find y'all at. You know what I'm saying on Stitch Me Please. You know what I'm saying.
I
Uh
intentionally wanted them to hear it twice. So whenever you're ready for me to tell it again, I'm ready.
oh, okay. Well,
You
I
got to
mean,
remember this about me, Smooth. I'm also kind of definitely with a publicist. We have a way of knowing a little bit about like promotions, marketing, that sort of thing too.
yeah,
But I do have a promotions background. So I'm always thinking like that. Like I told you about like the exclusivity of this event. Like you
Hmm.
can look it up on Eventbrite, but you're not gonna find out like certain details as you would in the email I send. You know what I'm saying? And so in
Hmm.
order to get that, you got to connect with us on social media. You got to shoot a text, let us get your email address, and then we add you. You know what I'm saying? And you know
Yeah.
what's interesting? I have been
Mhm.
doing a blast out ever since December, and I always have an unsubscribe link. Because I don't want nobody. I don't want people to be getting emails from me. They don't want them, because you know. But anyway, so when I clicked on that link, guess how many people unsubscribed?
How many?
Zero.
I'm supposed to. Oh, zero. Yeah. Oh, yes.
Well, you said how many, so I'm letting you know. So
Yeah.
to me, that again, that's just kind of like, yeah, people they're really interested. It's just making it make sense and people understanding how, like you said, it's gonna benefit them, how they can
Hmm.
grow and how they can come together with others who have a similar. So it's Stitch Me Please, stitch.me.pls on Instagram, and we're going to be having different other platforms and ways to communicate coming up soon. If you need any information, you can text 678-464-7118. Text Stitch Me Please, and then text your email address, and we'll make sure that we get you on the list. That's 678-464-7118.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all tap in. I'm going to. I'm gonna write that in the description as well. Okay, everything y'all need is gonna be in the description of this video. So don't be. You ain't gotta rewind for nothing. You just go down in the description. You know what I'm saying, and you find all your little information that you need. All right, and you know what I'm saying? I want to first of all, I want to thank you for coming on. You know what I'm saying? It's nice seeing the face behind the conversations. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
I think
absolutely.
I didn't know you for like 2-3 years, and I ain't never known what you look like.
Really?
Yeah, I ain't seen you not once, not once.
I've had to come on the camera at least once, Smooth.
No, not at all. You've been a ghost.
Yeah,
We had a
those
whole
interviews.
conversation about like YouTube and some other stuff one time, and you're like, "Yeah, we want to do da 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 da." So I was like, "Okay, so this how you do this how you do that da 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 da." For the whole like 15-20 minutes, me, you, and whoever the other person was ain't here, ain't see peep from ain't nothing. Nothing. It didn't even have a logo or a photo. Like it was just LT. Like I was just like, okay.
Well, I'm Googleable. You can Google if you need to, but no,
I,
yeah, I got you. That's
I've never
funny.
Googled people. Like that's not normal for me. Like like
But well,
let me punch
I
in this
will say
person's
this.
name.
For media though, a lot of times I do connect with media on social media. So if we're
Mhm.
not connected, we definitely need to connect on social media.
Yeah,
For
we ain't connected. We ain't connected all the way. Yeah, we ain't
I
connected,
got
but
you.
we gonna fix that. We gonna fix that. We gonna fix that. That's us. You know what I'm saying? So again, y'all make sure y'all go tap in and Stitch Me Please. You know what I'm saying? It's been a pleasure, you know what I'm saying, having you on here.
Thank
Uh
you.
I'm gonna ask y'all if you made it to this point in the video to like, comment, and subscribe. This has been episode number 313 of the Homeroom Smooth Podcast. We up out of here. Peace.